especially during a pandemic like we are in now still. Yeah, so anyway. Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea. I am an aesthetic registered nurse, and as you can see from the video, today I'm going to be doing a video on how I became a registered nurse, specifically an aesthetic nurse. If you don't really know much about aesthetic nursing basically is a nurse that specializes in Botox, fillers, microdermabrasion, chemical peels, PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma. So if you've ever heard of vampire facials, those are really popular as well in the aesthetic industry. A little bit about myself. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube. This is my first video ever, so I'm a little nervous, but I think that this platform is really helpful for educating people on nursing and the so many different avenues of nursing and how you're not just always stuck to bedside nursing. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Give it a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, and you will see more videos coming soon. So we'll go ahead and get started. The reason why I decided to do this video was because I had a couple people reach out to my Instagram asking about how I got into aesthetic nursing and how difficult it was for them, especially during a pandemic like we are in now still. Yeah, so anyway, we're not going to talk about that because that's for another video. So I started my journey. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, you know. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I grew up in Detroit for half of my life, and then I moved to the suburbs to go to different schools. So basically, I went to a community college first. Community colleges are very beneficial, and a lot of aspiring nurses who haven't started nursing yet, they don't know that you can actually get your Associates of Applied Science in Nursing and basically become a registered nurse through a 2-year program. That's the route I took. I went to a community college first, and then while I was in college, I had like CNA experience. I was an ER tech, so I had IV experience, I had hospital experience, which really helped me throughout nursing school. Although nursing school was very, very tough, to say the least. I was challenged every single semester. That'll be another video as well, so I'm not going to go too much into that, but thank God I made it, and I'm here now. So I graduated in May 2018 with my Associates of Applied Science. Then I passed my NCLEX in September. It was hard, but I passed it. So I started ER nursing. I then moved to cardiac step down, and then I moved to float nursing. So I have about 3 years or so, almost 3 years in September of nursing experience. Outside of that, I had the CNA and the ER tech. Basically 4 years of IV experience, which is really helpful if you want to become an aesthetic nurse, especially if you want to do IV hydration, because you really got to be great at blood draws and IV sticks. It is beneficial. The reason why I got into aesthetic nursing was because I was working at the hospital. I believe it was a year before the pandemic actually started. So it was like sometime in May of like 2019 or so. So I was only working there for like a couple months at this new specific hospital. And a girl came up to me, and her face was peeling, and she was like, I'm trying not to pick at my face right now, like I just got a chemical peel. And I'm like, what is that? Like, what's a chemical peel? Basically, it is a way for your skin to peel over time to create new skin. It really helps with like anti-aging. It helps with just producing new skin and rejuvenation of your skin, making you look a lot younger. It helps with acne as well. So a lot of people do it. She was the first person I heard it from, and she seemed to really like it. So she told me that she was working at a med spa. And I'm like, okay, well, what is that? You know, how can I get into that? And she told me a lot about it, but at the time I was just like, I'm kind of happy where I'm at, you know. I was in school too for my bachelor's at the time, so I really wasn't thinking about going into a new field of nursing that I had no idea about. So I just kind of left it on the back burner. I was like, okay, you know, noted in my head, but I'm not going to go for it just yet. Time goes by, and you know, little old pandemic came around, and it tried. It beat up, it chewed up and spit out a lot of nurses, and a lot of nurses have left the field of nursing altogether, or they've left the hospital bedside because of the pandemic that is still going on. So basically, I guess that I kind of went through that experience, and I really realized that there was so much more out there for me. That's really my passion, is being able to educate people and help anybody that has questions about things, or maybe they've gone through what I've gone through, or they need advice on things that I've experienced, or any mistakes that I've made, if I can help somebody out, bring them along the way, show them the ropes in a sense, kind of like mentor them, then I feel like that's my purpose in life. So with aesthetic nursing, I basically knew that I wanted to move out of state once I had finished up my bachelor's degree. I finished my bachelor's degree last year in August, and I decided that I was gonna up and move to Georgia. A lot of people were like, why are you moving? Like, you don't know anyone down there, you have really no family down there, you're so young, are you scared to move during a pandemic? Reality is, it wasn't that bad to move during a pandemic. It was not the end of the world. I made it happen, and it was really beneficial because I was able to experience a lot of new avenues that I would not have been able to experience in Michigan. I just went on Indeed and applied to IV hydration facilities, and prior to that, I had spoke with a friend of mine who lives down here in Georgia as well, a childhood friend of mine, and she really helped me out, reached out to one of her friends that's an aesthetic nurse. She gave me advice on doing some classes at Palette Resources. I'll link that down below in the description box. I definitely recommend that you not only have experience if you decide that you want to do a medical spa and doing IV hydration, but you also have some beef to add to your resume. I kind of call it beef because it thickens your resume in a sense. It spruces it up a lot. So I took those classes at Palette Resources, and thankfully they were Zoom classes, so they were 2-hour sessions. But I really wanted a beginner class to kind of show me the ropes of different Botoxes, different fillers, and neuromodulators, and not neurotransmitters, what I'm talking about, neuromodulators. And yeah, so I think that those classes really did help me, really did kind of give me a push. There's got to be more. There's so much more you can learn. It was a constant growing career pathway that wasn't as stressful as bedside nursing, and not as hard on your body. Really not hard on your body much at all, which is really helpful for me, especially for people who want to start a family or want to move on in life and don't want to do the back-breaking work that bedside nursing can be. Aesthetic nursing is a great avenue to kind of look into if you're really into the beauty industry, and fillers and Botox, and doing medical spa treatments on people, chemical peels, facials, things like that, then this is the area that you want to go in. I really like it too because in a way, if you go with a business or a med spa that's just starting, I think that you really learn so much from the business perspective of things, versus nursing. We went through nursing school, so we pretty much know a lot of the nursing side of the benefits of IV hydration and things like that. Knowing the business side of things and marketing and social media and all that stuff that you don't learn in nursing school is really interesting to kind of know the ins and outs of it, and where mistakes are made, and how to go about creating your own content, and in a sense being your own boss. So it's really new to me, but it's really exciting to learn about. So yeah, I get a little off topic sometimes, so let me, get back to what I was talking about. So I did those classes, the Botox and the fillers classes, that really helped me. Then I moved to Atlanta around September of 2020, applied. Honestly, I really do think that this position was for me, because it came out of absolutely nowhere. I really didn't think to start applying until my friend told me to. And once I did, I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't think that any of them would respond to me, because I knew it was a pretty saturated field down here, or at least I thought it was. So I didn't think that anybody would really reach out to me. I gotta stop spinning in this chair. So I didn't think anyone would really reach out to me, but lo and behold, I think that what is for you will be for you. If it's for you, it's going to happen for you. It may not happen in the time that you would like it to happen, but it's going to happen. Keep your tunnel vision in a sense, and just keep pushing forward. It'll happen for you. Yeah, I applied and I accepted a full-time position as a registered nurse, a lead registered nurse in a medical spa. I truly love it. I quit my hospital job. I had a lot of responsibilities at the medical spa. I just pretty much blossomed the position that I was offered and the responsibilities that came along with it. I knew what was expected of me from my boss. I was able to up and quit the hospital job, and I haven't looked back since. So, and I know that this decision was probably a scary decision for a lot of people on the outside looking in. I truly knew what aesthetic nursing could be for me, the passion I have to educate people on things. I did my associates and my bachelor's. I took the Palette Resources classes to beef up my resume. I went on Indeed, I applied online and got a job. Sometimes it takes a couple of places to apply to. For me, you know, it was pretty popular down here in Georgia. I think the popular states that have aesthetics and like IV hydration and like Botox and stuff is like California, Texas maybe, New Jersey, Georgia, like just like the Hollywood celebrity type of areas basically. So yeah. Becoming an aesthetic nurse was probably one of the biggest, I guess one of the things I didn't really expect. I didn't expect to be a nurse for almost 3 years. 3 years in September, so a little over 2.5 years. I didn't expect that I would leave bedside so fast. I expected, prior to me wanting to do aesthetic nursing, I said I wanted to do travel nursing, ICU nurse, like, you know, all that stuff. So honestly, I do think that the pandemic really changed a lot of perspective. A lot of nurses were burned out and they just were like, you know what, wherever my plans were before, they have to change. Like, something's got to change because I can't continue to do the same thing that I've been doing, especially during these types of circumstances. So I guess if anyone has any questions about aesthetic nursing or how to get in it, you're welcome to comment down below. If you have any questions for me, any videos that you would like to see going forward. Like I said, I'm really new to this whole thing, so bear with me. Follow my Instagram. I guess that's really it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks.